Well, this is a little weird. Yay! Welcome to the channel, everybody. So today we are going to be working on the 240SX. And as you guys may have noticed, you may have noticed this in some of the videos or maybe the thumbnail, it doesn't really have an engine. So if you don't have an engine, it'd be a little weird to buy parts that are only for the engine. And that's kind of exactly what I did. Yeah, so this is my new set of headers for the car. Let me explain why I got these, because it kind of doesn't make sense why you'd get these whenever you don't even have an engine yet. Whenever I was looking for a 240, I knew I wanted to get one that did not have an engine or transmission, or as little things as possible, because I wanted to do an engine that most people wouldn't do. So the engine that we're going to be putting in this is going to be a V8. It's going to be a V8 manual 240SX. It's going to be so much fun to drive. The engine we're putting in is called a VH45DE. It is a Nissan and Infiniti engine from the 90s Infiniti Q45. So in this swap you have things that are really easy to find, like engine mounts, drive shafts, transmission adapter plates, things like that. Because there's two companies called Excessive and Mazworks, I think they're called. They make like swap kits for this. But there are some things that they either stopped making or don't make. So for example, this is the air intake that's going to go on the car. This filter is just a normal auto store filter, and then these rubber boots are just normal rubber boots. But the thing that is kind of rare about this is this part and this part. So this metal part is specifically for a VH45 swap and a 240. Like, it's fabricated just to fit just for this whole swap and stuff. This line will go to the VH45. This sensor is for a VH45, a Q45 and all that, and this will work with the swap and all that. And then this whole air intake is kind of built to match the dimensions of the swap. So this is not something that like you just get. You kind of had to build it, and I found a guy who happened to have it for sale, and it's the only one I ever found for sale, and so I bought it. So there's a lot of parts like that on this car. There's really three main parts that are really hard to find, and that's the air intake system, like that. Then the radiator is hard to find. This is a custom Mishimoto radiator that needs to be cleaned up, and we're going to clean that up in a future video. Right now it's just sitting here. Don't really have any use for it until we have the engine in. And then one of the really hard things to find, arguably the hardest thing to find on this car, is going to be the headers. Now, why are these so difficult to find? Well, there's two parts of the headers. Well, technically there's more than two, but there's two main parts of the headers. There's the actual pipes themselves, as you can see, and then there's the flange. So this flange is for a VH45DE, the engine, right? This flange will fit on that. But the pipes are custom made by a company called Mazworks in order to fit an S14 chassis, which is what my car is. It's an S14. These are super, super rare because not many people need them. Like, only people who are running a VH45 and an S14 will need these headers. So that's me. They're custom bent to fit into there and all that, and there's going to be a lot of fitting we're going to need to do in order to actually get them in the car. Mazworks actually stopped making these, I think in 2019, around that time. They stopped making these. So on top of them being a really specific part that only some people need, then they were discontinued, and then time went by. So they were way, way harder to get. And the reason I was able to get these is because I am on the VH45DE Facebook group page. And that group page, I posted on it saying I needed headers, I needed to figure out how to make my custom ones, how I could do it, or if anyone had them for sale. And there was a guy who happened to have them. He bought them for his Q45 and realized they completely don't fit. They only fit the S14s. So now I have a set of headers that will fit a S14 and a VH45. All that these headers are really going to need is a little bit of love. We're going to sand them down and paint them today in this video. And then also they're going to need some hardware like bolts and stuff, and then gaskets. That's some stuff we're going to get later on down the road when we actually put these in the car. Today's going to be a simple, fun, and easy day of painting these and taking a few things off the car. So I'm going to be using some, where is it? Here it is, some high heat, just flat black. And that's coat number 1. This paint can kind of sucks. It gets paint literally everywhere, and whenever I shoot it, it doesn't really go a consistent stream, so there was dots and stuff on there that was a little annoying, but the headers are gonna look great. So let's just get about probably 2, maybe 1 or 2 more coats on here, and then I think it'll look great. Yeah, these headers are starting to look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how the coat of paint's coming out. Got to flip it over and do the other side pretty soon whenever it's fully dry, so we're gonna wait on that. But while we're waiting on that, there are 2 things I want to handle in this car. So the first thing is something that I wanted to handle since I got the car. I have been meaning to take off these Fun Haver stickers. They're kind of funny, but they're not exactly where I'm trying to go with the build. So we're gonna go on ahead and take these off. And then the other thing that I want to go on ahead and take off of this car is because I just want to go on ahead and get it over with, is this wing. Now this wing is pretty cool. I mean, it's not really my style, but it is pretty cool in the sense that it is kind of rare, and also it's a race wing, and it is carbon fiber. So I'm going to keep it. Maybe we'll hang it up somewhere or something. It'll be pretty cool, but I am going to go on ahead and take it off of this car because the wing that I want to do is going to be completely different, and also just more slick to the style and of the build that we're going to do. And so this has got to come off. Also, it's only hurting the paint because it's kind of rusting on. So we're going to go on ahead and try to take this off, and hopefully it's not too rusted in to where we have to like cut it off, because that would really suck, or have to get a new trunk. Hopefully we can do some body work on this trunk. Well, let's see. The problem is I can't really reach that, and I think that these were put on and then the wing was put on. So we're gonna open the trunk, and you guys are gonna see how much this dude cut up the trunk whenever he did this. He kind of just cut the hell out of it and then bolted it in. So yeah, we're just gonna pull that off. I don't even think, are those even gonna come off? They're so rusted. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So they're coming off. They're just making a fight about it. Well, now it's pretty easy, but I hope all of them can come off. See, this one's pretty rusty, but it's coming. These are really rusty, so who knows what'll happen, but this is gonna take a while to get them fully off these threads. So let's get it done. Okay, let's try the super rusted one. Wow. Okay, I'm shocked that this one came out, because I was not expecting this one to be able to come out, but it did. Okay, so this is taking forever to get these off because the threads are so long. So you know what? We spaced out enough space to get a little saw in there, so we're gonna cut these off, all of them. We're gonna have to pull these ones out and then cut them completely off, and then the wing will be able to be taken off. Yay! Well, that looks different. The car looks way different with that off. Definitely gonna need some body work to get these sealed up before I put the new wing, because the new wing is gonna mount like here. This one on the wall. That's what I was thinking, just like make it look a little better, like wet sand it and clear it, and then hang it on the wall once we finish up the garage. All right, everybody, well, here's the wing, and the carbon fiber wing is no more. So me and my dad are gonna be redoing this garage pretty soon, and we were thinking about hanging it right there, which would be pretty cool, unless I sell it, which I don't really think I will, but apparently it's a rare wing according to the previous owner, so maybe it can sell for something, who knows. But yeah, the car looks really different without a wing. I'm definitely planning to do a wing later on. The wing that I have picked out, I think mounts right here, maybe like right here, but it's pretty sure it's right here. And so we're gonna have to do some body work on these holes, probably put some welds in them, grind down the metal to flat, and then repaint it. So yeah, we'll just wait for the headers to dry, and once they're dry, I will show you what they look like with their final coat. So I cleaned the car up, obviously, as you guys can see. Probably has not been washed in like, probably a year, who knows. But guys, the color looks so much better clean. Like obviously all colors do, but like, man, it's really showing how good the gray looks. Obviously there's imperfections that we're gonna fix, so if you see any red, I know it's there. But wow, that color's so cool. All cleaned up. I'm super excited for the car. Go and subscribe so you guys don't miss out on the content of that being built. As for the headers, they're looking pretty good. these things are looking snazzy. Yeah, this paint turned out really good. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, that's pretty good. I can live with that. So now the headers are done and painted and stuff, so they'll look a lot better on the car. I'll go ahead and leave the tape on because all the tape is gonna do is keep moisture from getting inside the header, so I may as well leave it on while they're in storage. But man, they look so much cooler like this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So today we took the stickers off the car I wanted to take off. We cleaned it and it looks way better. We got the headers in, we painted them, and we took the wing off that I'm not going to be using. So it's a pretty successful day overall. I'm happy with the way these headers turned out. I like the way the welds look on the paint and stuff. And obviously this is all taped off. Alright guys, so pretty simple video, but I think we got a lot done today, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. With that being said guys, thanks for stopping in the channel. Go and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'm out.